right, welcome folks. Welcome to Messer Gymnasium girls varsity basketball coming at you tonight. The Franklin County Tech Eagles are being hosted by your Pioneer Panthers. My name is Tyler Borbo, bringing you the play-by-play action of this game. So excited to bring this game to you. I love it when two local teams are facing off against each other and you don't get too much more local than these two teams, especially seeing as Franklin County Tech is usually comprised of a number of students that were former Pioneer students or living in the area. So it's just kind of it's both a friendly matchup and an unfriendly matchup because it's very, very contentious. And we are off. And of course, these girls, the last time they met up was at Franklin County Tech High School, where Pioneer eked out a 5-point victory. And we got a jump ball anyway, and that is going to come up in Pioneer's favor. Maggie Tippanyuk, Jalen Beliski, ball pops loose, comes up Eagles. Good ball inside, but swarmed by white jerseys. Almost stolen away, but Kaylee Berg hangs on to it, can't make the layup. Pioneer comes away with it. Kyler McClellan brings it down, goes through, ball comes loose though. Eagles take over again. There's going to be some ferocious defense really trying to take the ball back for these teams. You know, there's something to say about, you know, your previous matchup being a loss. You really, really want that situation for revenge. And we'll see if Eagles can pull that out. So far, no score. Got a tough time getting the ball into a shot. And no good on that left side layup. And a little bit of travel there by the Eagles will cause a turnover. Jalen Beliski on the left side, stopping short, handing it off to Kyler McClellan for three. Listed a little bit to the right, bounced off the rim. Shot by Madison lined. And no good. Jump is going to be for the Eagles. They'll take that in from the baseline. Nice inbound lined with the ball. Gets double teamed. It's going to be another jump ball this time for the Panthers. Ball back outside to McClellan. McClellan drives it in, floats the ball, and first to put on the board. 2 points by Kyler McClellan. McClellan found that middle lane near the free throw shot and saw the blue jerseys close in, so why not just float it up? Haley Berg driving in on the right side. A little too much mustard on that one. Comes down into Pioneer hands. Beliski hands it over to McClellan. McClellan having a great season, having a number of games with 5 or higher 3-point shots. So she's going to be dangerous if left unattended outside. No good on the Pioneer attack. Abigail Tobias hands it off to Samantha Duncan. To Berg. Berg with a long three and sinks that one. Franklin Tech takes the lead 3-2, just under 5 minutes. And the ball comes loose from a steal, but no one gains possession of it, so it will remain Pioneer ball. Good boxing out. McClelland in the corner for three. She's off the rim. Tobias hopefully tossing it for Duncan, but stolen away by Pioneer. A little extra press. Trying to make sure Pioneer secures that possession before they take it out. Jalen Beliski to McClellan. McClellan drives it inside, but tosses it back out. Pioneer trying to find a little bit of wiggle room. Tossed inside for Maggie Tippanyuk. Comes in short. Looked like there could have been a foul right there on Tippanyuk, but I guess it was fair reaching for the ball. Kaylee Berg looking to drive in. Pioneer will get the charge call. Tominski to Tippanyuk for two. Sorry about the clock. Well, the ball comes loose. Comes up Tippanyuk, hands it off to Tominski. Tominski going for the layup on the right side, tosses it up and gets the two. Nice job by Kobe Tominski. Making quick work of that. And you know, what can you do on defense for that breakaway? You don't necessarily want to get the foul. And nice drive in there, just a little bit, not enough. And another three. So comes in short. Pioneer with the ball. Long pass, hoping for Beliski, but Tippanyuk hangs on to it, but ball comes loose. Eagles take over. Abigail Tobias finds Madison lined on that original drive up, but then a foul on the rebound shot. So Sarah Beckwith, now the free throw line, will get two. Beliski to McClellan for three. First three of the game for McClellan. As I said earlier, cannot leave her unattended. Dangerous from the outside, as we've seen all season and previous seasons as well. Nice bounce pass inside and put up for two. And that was by number 15, Ariel Peters. Long pass, dangerous, but successful. Tominski tosses it back. Swung around to McClellan for three off the rim. Looked like it was on point, just coming up short. And a big drive inside by Samantha Duncan, but no good on the shot. Pioneer on the attack. Beliski to Grzyskowski, Tominski, Tippanyuk for two. And drives it in. Tippanyuk has done an amazing job playing inside the paint and just refuses to be denied on the drive. And that was a nice job by Tobias, but no good on the shot. Tobias sewing herself through that defense. Beliski to Grzyskowski. Back to Beliski. Grzyskowski comes in short. Taken by Madison Lind. Lind with a beautiful pass over to Samantha Duncan, but we'll get on the shot. Kaylee Berg with the three. Her and McClelland are definitely going to be battling for who can get the most three shots this game. A nice toss up by Maggie Tippanyuk. Gets the two just before the buzzer. And that is it for the first quarter. After 8 minutes, Pioneer with a 5-point lead, 13-8 over Franklin Tech. And this has definitely been a steel-heavy matchup so far. I think that they've been really ferocious with going after the ball, not waiting to intercept passes, but really trying to strip the ball and interrupt the dribbling. And so far they've just been fairly evenly matched. I mean, I know Pioneer's in the lead, but you know, we're seeing a lot of similarities in these teams. And I think that the biggest factor is going to be these turnovers. You know, if you're having all these turnovers and you know, they wind up turning into points. I mean, it's obvious, but you know, the turnovers are happening. Early on, there were a lot of turnovers happening before getting in the shooting range, but I think that, you know, they're going to pivot and both teams are going to spend the entire game fixing and tightening things up. Franklin Tech starting it off. Kaylee Aldrich. Peters looking at what to do with it. Ball comes loose, but Eagles hang on to it and gets the foul on the shot. And good on the first one for Samantha Duncan. The second one for Duncan. Shot for three. Goes down into Tippanyuk's hands. Kyla McClellan drives through. Hands it over to Devaney Pillsbury, who puts it up for an easy two. Now, if you were paying close attention, looked like McClellan was driving through that free throw lane. Ball got stripped away, but she hung onto it on one bounce. Noticed the closing in jerseys, found an opening. You know, that's the beauty of kind of basketball. Sometimes you can drive in just to attract a lot of defense, and that's going to open up somebody else that's on the outside. McClellan did a great job of feeding that ball back outside on that last play. Nice save by Peters, but comes into Pioneer hands. McClellan looking for Tominski, but stolen away by Kaylee Aldrich. And another foul by Pioneer. Pioneer cannot afford to get sloppy on their defense. This is the second time that Samantha Duncan And 2 for 2 for Duncan. 4-point game right now. There we go. Beliski pushing through over to Grzyskowski. Swung around to Tipeniuk. And Tipeniuk with a little shuffle. First thought it was some sort of foul on the Eagles, but that foot shuffle came before the dribble and before the tech double team, so that's why the travel call. Galeberg no good on the layup. Pioneer driving down, Devaney Pillsbury. Looking at what to do. McClellan back outside to Beliski. For 3, no good. Grzyskowski puts it up, no good. Kaylee Berg takes over. Some good ball movement. Very quick ball movement. With a steal. Tipeniuk driving inside and gets the foul. It's a nice job by Kaylee Aldrich at first. Had hands all ball on it, but it didn't slip away. But that second time going for the ball yielded the foul. And Tipeniuk good on the second one. Duncan to Line. Line driving into the baseline. Hands it over to Berg. Kind of had nothing really hoping for that foul. Now with a full court press. Tech is really hoping to disrupt things and cause a turnover, which they did. I'll let that clock catch up. And Samantha Duncan looking for Allison George. Couldn't make the connection. Ball heads out of bounds. Pioneer ball. Again with a full court press. Ball swatted away. Stays as Pioneer ball, but good defense by Madison Line. Beliski to Tipeniuk. Back to Beliski for 3. Off the back of the rim, comes down into Eagles' hands. Nelson George drives it in, gets the foul. Second one for George. Pioneer, good job with the quick passes. The ball comes loose. Kaylee Berg to Lined. Back up to Duncan. Baldwin to Lined. And Lined gets the foul. Lined will get 2. No good. And good on the second one. Again, good ball movement. That's how you're going to get out of that full court press. Faster you move that ball, faster they're going to second guess the double teaming and whatnot. So remember, if you're double teaming, that means you got somebody not covered. And a nice shot by Tippanyuk. Just inside the 3. Berg hands it off to Baldwin. Baldwin with a long throw over to Lined. Lined trips up, but that is still going to be the foul. And that puts the Eagles into the bonus. Bonus, of course, any foul now perpetrated by the Panthers will yield some shots for Franklin Tech. This could be a dangerous situation. Oops. Apologize for the score. Line for the second. Good on both. 4-point game. Tech continuing their full court press. Biliski to Pillsbury. Back to Biliski. It is going to be hard to draw people off if your passes aren't fast enough to get ahead of them. Nice try by Biliski. Rebound. Nice job by Brooke Welcome. Tippanyuk tries the shot. Kaylee Berg recovers the rebound on that one. Kaylee Berg driving on the right side. It's triple teamed, leaves Allison George open. Gets her own rebound, tosses it up for a second time, no good. And some extra footwork by Brooke Welcome brings out a travel. Line brings it out. Bias puts it inside to Beckwith. Does not get the shot, but gets the foul. Good on the first one. No good on the second. Oh. Lost the eye on the ball, causing the turnover. Bias was looking for Beckwith. Could make the connection there. Eagles ball on the baseline. Ball off of a foot. Nice dive by Devaney Pillsbury. Gets possession of it. Long toss over to Tyminski. Goes up and gets the 2. Nice job by the Pioneer offense. Pillsbury to McClelland to Tyminski. Great job. Bias to Beckwith. No good on that. The ball knocked loose. Out of bounds off of a Pioneer player. Long toss back out to Abigail Tobias. Tobias drives in on the right side. Almost uncontested. Gets 2. As a timeout is called by the Pioneer bench. A tight game with minute 4 by the gym clocks. Of course, my clock is off. But just a little bit, about a minute left in the first half. We got a 3-point game going here. I think that Franklin Tech has slowed down the Pioneer offense considerably. They've done a great job. This full court press has really been forcing Pioneer to work harder on their ball movement, work harder on their dribbling. And, you know, as we saw earlier, there have been shifting defense kind of following the ball by Tech. And if Pioneer's passes aren't going to be faster than that shifting person, then you're just going to wind up continuing to have some double teaming on whoever has the ball. And it's going to be real difficult to pull off good shots. So the whole point is to draw people away. So speed up those passes. I think Pioneer can drive a significant lead, but a big steal by Samantha Duncan. Gets 2. It's a 1-point game. Duncan almost with another steal. Bliski to Griskowski. Over to Tyminski, almost gets her own rebound. And Griskowski gets the rebound and shoots, but gets the foul in the process. And good on the second one. Sorry, I let that clock run. 20 seconds. Jump ball comes up in the Panthers' favor. Griskowski to inbound. Pillsbury met with some difficulties. Ball comes out on some heavy defense by Tobias, but it will remain Panther ball. That is going to be Eagles ball. "17 seconds. No shot clock. Driving underneath. Nice idea by Lind. Not a lot of time. McClelland driving down. The foul. Got 1 second to make something happen. And now that puts Pioneer now in the bonus. So this will end with free throw shots. Kiara Gruskowski will get 2. And time will run out. And as we go into halftime, Pioneer with a 2-point lead over Franklin Tech. Franklin Tech definitely stepped up their game in that second half and really cut down on the Pioneer shots. If I remember correctly, the Panthers ended the first quarter with, I think, about 15 points? No. Yeah, about 15 points and really cutting them down to 7. So they are trimming away at the Pioneer offense and what they're capable of doing. So Pioneer is going to need to make some adjustments, speed things up. And I think they can keep that lead. They've been doing a fantastic job on the shooting, but Franklin Tech has been doing a fantastic job on their defense. So defense versus offense. We'll see what happens with that. But we're going to take a short break. When we come back, check out our sponsors during the break, our wonderful sponsors. Without them, this broadcast would not be possible. So thankful to have them. So check them out. And when we come back from the break, more of this girls varsity basketball action here at Messer Gymnasium. We will be right back here on BNC TV. right, welcome back, folks. Just fixing the camera a little bit. There we go. Going back from the break. Two-point game as we enter the second half. Jalen Bliski to Tippanyuk. Ball comes loose. Kaylee Berg navigating through, drives up for the layup. Doesn't get the angle right. Reiner hangs on to it. Long pass over to Tippanyuk. No one's back there. Tippanyuk goes up for an easy two. Tobias up top. Feeds it inside to Sarah Beckwith. No good on the shot. Nice pass through. Duncan got her own rebound, but couldn't hang on to it. McClellan with a long pass to Gruskowski. Drives up. Nice bounce pass to Tyminski for two. That was a beautiful play. Gruskowski saw the double teaming. Went for the bounce pass to an unattended Tyminski. Got that easy too. And Pioneer takes over a weary pass. So far those long passes are working, but they have been devastating in previous games as we've seen. Ball stripped loose on Tippanyuk. Bias hangs on to it. And a hold is called. It will not be a jump, so now it will be Eagles ball to inbound. I'll let the clock catch up. Madison lined. Finds Berg. Can't make anything happen with it. McClellan to Belinsky. Ooh. Those are always tough situations when you see where somebody is and a split second before you release the ball to them, they decide to shift. It's just nobody's fault. It's a tough situation. The ball comes loose. Easy recovery for Sarah Beckwith. Hands it back off to Line. Line trying to drive through, sends it to the outside for Tobias. No good on the three. Nice rebound. Pioneer to inbound from the baseline. Tyminski, Gruskowski. McClellan for a long three, and nothing but net. Beautiful three shot by Kyler McClellan. Well, nice save, but in the Pioneer hands, McClellan go to the outside, does a three shot, tough roll. And Pillsbury goes down with it as well as Beckwith. It'll be a jump ball. The bias almost navigating through, but the ball comes loose. Deja Young causing some disruption with the Tobias dribble. Eagles ball. Ball had gone out of bounds off of that pass. Driving it on the right side. And a foul unlined by, I believe, Devaney Pillsbury. Well, that was before any shot. It'll be Eagles to inbound. Rainier already with 3 fouls. They got to be careful. And again, Panthers cannot afford to get sloppy. Unless they're going to beat them up in the free throw line. First of 2 for Sarah Beckwith. No good on the second one, but Eagles come up with it. And another jump ball is called. Lined going in on the right side. Puts the ball inside, and another jump is called. This will be in Pioneer's favor. Gruskowski to inbound. Finds Pillsbury. McClelland. Long pass to Deja Young. Tossed it up. No good. Comes down in Lyons' hands. Ball pops loose with no foul. But Eagles hang on to it. No good on the shot. And off a Pioneer player, so it will remain Eagles ball. Pillsbury takes over the ball. Stolen away by Tobias, but can't save it in time. Tominski for 3. Tough roll off the rim. Another jump. Madison lined, finds a hole, drives it in. No good on the layup. The ball swatted away outside. It will be Pioneer ball on the base. Good turnaround. Oh, and a tough long shot. Anybody's ball on that one. Turnover. Kaylee Berg goes up and gets the 2. Oh, excuse me. And a timeout is called. I'll let that clock run, and I'll fix that score. There we go. Sorry about that. Starting to watch the game a little bit more than cover it. 4-point game. I would say early on, Pioneer started off on the right foot, but Franklin Tech has started to catch up. It's a 4-point game, but and pretty evenly matched. As we talked about, the last game was at Franklin Tech. It ended in a 5-point game, 37-32. Pioneer has been on a solid winning streak coming into this game with a 7-4 record. Franklin Tech with a 4-9 record. But I just messed up the clock. I apologize. And a nice block by Ariel Peters. Devony Pillsbury, double teamed. Woliski. Back over to Pillsbury with a jump shot. A little overshot, recovered by Peters, hands it over to Kaylee Berg. And a foul by the Eagles. Calling over to Woliski. Long pass to Pillsbury, who's unattended and gets the 2. Great job. I think Pioneer did an excellent job of seeing the full court press, and those were the fast passes that I was talking about earlier. They made the passes that are faster than the players catching up, and in doing so, they're staying ahead of that extra tough defense that we've been seeing from the Eagles. Pillsbury hangs on to it, hands it over to Woliski, sees a lane and goes in. Does not get the shot, but she will get 2. Definitely think that the more that Pioneer can get the Eagles to chase, the more they're going to open up other players. As the Eagles have been trying to step up with extra pressing, double teaming, and Pioneer's aware of that. They can start to give the ball to somebody who's not being covered. I mean, we saw that open lane that Jalen Woliski had just a second ago. And a long 3 by Line, no good. Stolen away by Berg, and no good. Quite frankly, really hard to tell what was happening in that chaos, but I do think that after all things told, it came down with a foul on Ariel Peters. Minute 31 on the clock. Recovered by Line, gets the foul. And I gotta start this clock. Madison Line now taking free throws. Puts down the first one. Second free throw shot for Line. 2 for 2. Tominski to Beliski for three. Oh, just not enough. Knocked out of bounds. It will remain Panthers ball. Beliski for three. Honestly, that looked like a nothing but net situation, but I guess it came up short. And a push by the Eagles will give Pioneer the ball back onto the baseline. Oh, not on the baseline, right there in the corner. Krzyzkowski for three. And puts that one down. Bias driving through, and Allison George puts it up. And that is an accurate call right there. I don't think it was a jump. I think there was more arm on the body than going after the ball. So, good call by the ref. Long three by McClellan, almost in there. Pillsbury puts it away for two. No shot clock. Coming to the end of the third quarter. Tobias tosses it back outside to Berg. Berg recovers, back out to Tobias. Peters trying to find the opening. There we go. Peters will have shots. Second shot for Peters. And puts the second one away. Pioneer with a 10-point lead. Devaney Pillsbury with a shot and gets it for two. But beautiful job by Devaney Pillsbury, being very aware of that shot clock and getting that little extra two for a 12-point lead to end the third quarter. It was a beautiful timeout. And by timeout, I mean whatever the Pioneer coach talked about with Pioneer, they've really stepped things up. With a 12-point lead, I would say that might be the biggest lead we've seen yet in this game. So far, it's been a single-digit game. But in 12 points, as we always say, 12 points is nothing in the realm of basketball when you got 8 minutes left of game time. So let's see what the Eagles unleash. We'll see what Pioneer unleashes. Very exciting game. Already Pioneer scoring higher than their last game. Of course, we talked the last time that the Eagles hosted earlier this season. Pioneer had scored 37 against them. Pioneer already exceeding that. And I would say that even Tech, no matter what happens, they're on track to exceed their scoring. So they have really stepped up their offense. Both teams have done a great job this game. It's going to be really exciting to see what happens with it. And, of course, during this timeout, if you were checking out the sponsors that BNC TV has partnered with during the break, of course, want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Sam Browning Jr. Trucking, Sweet Lucy's Bakeshop, Works LTD, Wiggin Hydroseeding, Zilinksi HVAC, DiGeorge Builders, and, of course, Greenfield Cooperative Bank. So thankful to have them partnered up with us to bring this basketball season to you. Devaney Pillsbury back out to Bliski. Grzyskowski thought about the three, but sent it back inside. Pillsbury with a jump shot. Recovered by Tipeniuk. No good. Madison Line gets her hands on it. To Tobias. Tobias for three. Comes in short. And nobody touches it. Lets the ball go out of bounds, and it will be Pioneer ball on the baseline. Of course, full court press. Tech needs to make something happen. They need these turnovers. Nice job. Pillsbury. Ball comes a little bit loose. That's going to be a jump ball that goes in Tech's favor. Lillian Baldwin with that shot. Jalen Bliski has some room to move to Tipeniuk just inside the three. Pillsbury recovers, gets the shot, and she'll have another coming her way from the free throw line. Devaney Pillsbury having a great game, of course, scoring that buzzer beater shot at the end of the third quarter. No good on the free throw. Recovered by Kaylee Aldrich. And another jump ball called. Great job again by Pillsbury. That turnover is Pioneers. Grzyskowski to Bliski. Finds Pillsbury. The Tipeniuk. And a solid steal by Kaylee Aldrich. Driving through, nice bounce pass to Line, finding Baldwin. Baldwin back out to Berg, left unattended, and gets the two. Oh, and a little extra shuffle by Pillsbury. No doubt what happened. She looked like she was going to make something happen with some forward motion, but, you know, if that forward motion is going to cause your pivot foot to slide, that's going to be a turnover. Madison Line on the far side. I think looking for Beckwith, but couldn't get the geometry right. It will be a turnover for Pioneer. McClellan, Boliski, Pillsbury, Tipeniuk left unattended and gets the two. As I said, if the passes are going to be faster than the players, they are, Pioneer is going to make this happen. Nice steal by Boliski, but stuck in the corner. Gets herself out of it. Is going to need some help. And slid her pivot foot. Eagles gets a break. It'll be theirs to inbound underneath their own hoop. Ball put out, comes up short. Boliski with the recovery. McClellan to Tipeniuk. To Pillsbury. And Pillsbury gets the foul. Second time at the free throw line for Pillsbury. Puts the first one away. And no good on the second one, but Tippinick comes up with it. 3 for McClelland. Ooh, ball couldn't have gone in any more and not been counted. Hate it when the ball swirls around in the hoop like that. And it looks like a travel on the Eagles. Long pass over to Gruskowski. Bounce pass to Pillsbury. Good ball movement by Pioneer. No good on the shot, though. Yeah, the clock's a little behind. Beckwith turns it back outside to Berg, who tries to drive through, gets the foul. Good on the first one for Kaylee Berg. Call into Beliski. Beliski to Tippinick. And the ball was kicked when it came loose. That was going to be Pioneer ball. Ugh, so off on the clock. 3:40 on the clock. Pioneer with a 14-point lead. Make that 16 points. Three and a half minutes. Madison lined to Beckwith. Finds the lane, tosses it up, no good. And it looks like a double dribble. And a timeout is called by the Franklin Tech bench with a little over 3 minutes left in the game. Pioneer has opened things wide open with a 16-point lead. And so far, this entire game has felt like Franklin Tech has tried something that has disrupted Pioneer's playbook, and they've caught up, and then Pioneer has pivoted, figured out we gotta stop doing this, or we have to be faster on that. And they've done it, and they've gone ahead, and then Tech has tried to catch up with them on that. So it's been a real, like, pull and give kind of game. It's been very, very interesting. Right now with 16 points, a little over 3 minutes left, Pioneer needs to be calm, control the ball, limit the turnovers. And, of course, Franklin Tech is going to need to really, really force those turnovers. So far, in other quarters, at about this time, at least the Eagles would have been in the bonus in previous quarters, but with that, they don't have the luxury of that. So right now, time is on Pioneer's side. Just need to play smart and keep possession. This is not what you want to do. And foul on the shot. Kaylee Berg will get 2. No good on the first one, but she's got 2. Dimity Pillsbury slows it down, hands it off to Tippanyuk for the jump shot. No good. Tobias brings it down, finds Berg. Berg drives the lane, gets another foul. Second time in a row, Berg will be on the line. Nice job by Tippanyuk on that rebound. Gets it to Deja Young. No good on the shot. Kaylee Berg. Berg for the 3rd time in a row. Get that clock to line up. 2:31. And a double dribble. Pioneer needs to be careful. A lot of turnovers happening. Nice steal, but might not have taken. And Kyla McCullen 6 with it. Not sure exactly what the call was, but it's another turnover. And another one, but in Pioneer's favor this time. Good ball movement. McClellan for 3. No good. Looks like a charge. And with the ball out of bounds. Good ball movement. Pillsbury to McClellan. Back over to Pillsbury. Beliski. Good ball movement. Back outside. Beliski left unattended. No good on the shot. And that's going to turn into a jump. Now, a couple things. One, Pioneer made sure to eat that clock with their ball movement, but also, like knocking over a vending machine, the way they were rocking the defense back and forth, eventually found an open space. Pioneer did a great job of moving that ball around. Ball stolen away by Tobias. Tobias will get two. Eagles hang on to it. No good on the other shot. And that puts Pioneer in the bonus. 28 seconds left. Jalen Beliski will step up to the free throw line. Beliski's had a great game. Good on the first. Yeah, good on the second. Pioneer with a 16-point lead and no shot clock. Lillian Baldwin. No good on the shot. Eagles hang on to it. Aldrich drives in for the jump shot. No good. And that is it. At the buzzer, Pioneer comes away with a 16-point lead and a win over Franklin County Tech. Coming into this, it was very back and forth. But I think the Pioneer shooting just clearly outweighed the great defense that Franklin Tech was putting up. They were doing a great job of causing turnovers early on in the game, but Pioneer pivoted. They did what they needed to, put points on the board, and they just did a fantastic job of that. Congratulations to Pioneer for another, I do believe this is their 6th or 7th straight win. But they have done a fantastic job. Best of luck to Franklin Tech for the rest of the season. Number of threes around the board, no less. McClelland with at least a couple threes. Griskowski with a 3. But the team did a great job. I think a real standout was the crisp. We weren't seeing it the whole game, but you could tell when it was there, the fast passing. The defense had trouble keeping up with it, and they just did a great job with it. So, looking ahead on the calendar, the boys are finally going to be done being on the road. They are going to head back here to host Hoosick Valley Thursday night. And BNC TV plans on bringing you that game. And it's back-to-back boys games. They'll also be hosting Greenfield on Friday night. So 2 big games. Pioneer will be welcome. The boys will be welcome back home. And look forward to bringing that game to you. Let's see, the next girls' home game will be next Monday, and that will be against Smith Academy. Of course, the last game that we thought was coming before the weather kind of made a decision for us, we thought that the girls were going to be facing off against Drury last week, but there were some facility issues, and then the game was moved to Monday, and then the weather came through. School was canceled, so were the games, so that game has been moved to a Saturday, February 7th. So the next girls' home game will be right here, hosting Smith Academy. BNC TV will be excited to bring that action as the basketball season rolls on. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in, stopping by and enjoying this game, whether it's rebroadcast in HD on our HD channel, 1075 and cable access, or watching it on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Tyler Warbo, and we will see you next time.